So two processes are happening concurrently today. So we know that the actual civil case to be heard from about 10 o'clock this morning is going to be a virtual process. So the legal parties for the Marikana miners, as well as President Cyril Ramaphosa and Sibanye Still Water, formerly Lonmin, and all the other parties will be hearing the case virtually. But what's expected to happen here at the Johannesburg High Court is that we are anticipating that more than 300 Marikana miners who are filing that civil case will be coming to the High Court, to the Johannesburg High Court, to lend support or a visual display of their support of their legal attorneys, and to get their chance to be heard and to participate to get a feel of a sort of like they're participating in the virtual legal process. So we will be speaking to some of those miners as and when they arrive. We do know that they left Marikana early in the morning at about 7 o'clock. So we are anticipating that they'll be here any moment within the next 30 minutes, obviously before the case starts, and we'll get a chance to speak to the legal attorney. We'll also get a chance to speak to the miners themselves and find out, why they decided that they're going to embark on this particular case. And you know that this is a sort of the second case that the miners have embarked in terms of trying to get redress, a financial compensation. But what they're saying is that this particular case is going to be a civil case, and they're going to be filing against President Ramaphosa in his personal capacity as someone they claim had a direct impact on the course of events. You'll recall that in the days leading up to the 16th of August, now President Cyril Ramaphosa, who was a non-executive director of Lonmin at the time, had written an email to Parliament and members of Cabinet asking for concomitant action to be taken. And that email had been an email that many legal attorneys had said in the Marikana Commission that it was the smoking gun, that one of the smoking guns that the police used to heighten their response to the Marikana miners, and that they would no longer characterize it as just a strike, but that particular strike would then be characterized as a criminal element. Thus, police came in with the guns blazing because of the incidents that had happened. We know that in the few days before the incident itself, 2 Lonmin security guards had been killed, burned to death in the security cars of Lonmin. 2 police officers had been killed in a scuffle with the striking miners next to the railway line that's just next to one of the K-shaft 3, I think K-shaft 3. And we do know that some of the bodies of the non-striking miners had been found at the Kopi, where the miners had been camped in with skulls, with cow skulls, branding them as traitors to the cause or to the movement. And we know that police were already jittery. We know that the police were already scared. They were already angry at the fact that 2 of their own had been killed by the striking miners, and it was already a powder cake. So this court case today, and the physical appearance or the physical appearance of the mine workers themselves here is for them to get the opportunity to share their side of the story, and to also have current President Cyril Ramaphosa, as well as Sibanye Still Water, which was formerly known as Lonmin, to be held to account. And that's why they're saying they want to file civil suits. And we do know that their legal attorney or their legal representative will be joining us a little bit shortly in the next crossing that we have in a few more minutes. He's also making his way here, and he'll be talking to us a bit more about the nitty-gritties of what legal arguments they're expected to make. We do know that there are some surprises that are anticipated in today's virtual hearing. The current judge that is hearing this case, or will be hearing this case, Judge Lamont, has been asked to recuse himself because he has got shares in Sibanye Still Water. Water, which we know obviously was they had bought Lonmin. So what the lawyers for the injured and arrested miners are saying is that they want the judge to recuse himself because they don't believe that he'll be able to give them a fair shake in hearing their case if he actually has a financial vested interest. So it certainly is shaping up to be an exciting legal day, and obviously we will be giving you updates as and when the situation develops.
Absolutely, Nozintombi, thank you so much for setting the scene there for us. Of course, we'll be crossing to you as and when there are updates and when the proceedings begin.